What's up, BJ? Timmers here. Here's my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10. Oh, God, I feel old with this one. I cannot believe this one turns 10. Number 10 is, of course, Ted. Of course, Ted was the directorial debut by Family Guy starring career Stephen Fallon, starring Mark Wahlberg. Of course, playing this guy named John Bennett, who when he was a little boy, he made a wish about that his teddy bear came alive, and obviously he became alive there. Um, he became alive, and 30 years later, his teddy bear is now just a foul mouth talking Ted, and of course, John's very much well companion. And of course, you got Mila Kunis, who also has been a Family Guy. You also got a couple of other Family Guy alums like Patrick Warburton, aka Joe. I mean, I really love Ted. It was literally one of my favorite movies of that year, one of my favorite comedies. The past decade. It's so fun, so raunchy. Ted 2 is probably as funny, but I still will always prefer the first Ted. I remember watching this thing in theaters. I had such a fun time with this. I saw this movie about maybe like, I don't know, probably about three times when it was released. This and The Avengers were probably two of my favorite movies of that year. But man, of course, I still wish we got Ted 3, but we are getting a Ted TV show, so hopefully that will fill the void. But man, if you guys have never really seen Ted, do yourself a favor, go watch it. One of the most funniest comedies you'll ever want to see. I mean, it's definitely a hoot. Anyway, now other films turning the Big Ten 1-0. We of course got Tyler Perry's classic witless protection program. Medea's witless protection. I'm at. Now I'm one of the rare folks who don't mind Tyler Perry films, and the Medea movies have always been fun. And out of all the Medea movies who come out, this is maybe one of my favorites. It is such a fun one. Come on, you got Medea, once again played by Tyler Perry, Eugene Levy playing this Wall Street banker George Niederman, who is of course is being framed in the mob-backed Ponzi scheme, and of course, he is placed in a federal protection, but instead of an actual program, he's pretty much staying with Medea. Of course, Eugene Levy's wife in this is actually played by Denise Richards. Boy, Eugene Re- Eugene Levy has a really cool career, by the way. I mean, his wife's in the past has been played by Carmen Electra and then Denise Richards. I mean, talk about a cool career he's had. Of course, he also had the late Doris Roberts was also in this. I mean, this is a really fun one. It's so entertaining. The chemistry between Medea and Eugene Levy are so hilarious to watch. I mean, probably one of my favorite scenes is when they're like in the airport scene, and of course the TSA part with it. I thought that scene was hilarious. I mean, not many people really like the Medea movies. I couldn't stand that. They're not really for everyone, but this is a really fun one, and I really got a kick out of it. Also, there's the Chris Pine movie "People Like Us," which was actually from the director of Alex Kurtzman, who also gave us the Mummy movie. So there's that. I mean, this is a really decent little film here. But another film that turns 10 is, of course, Magic Mike. Now, I remember when the first trailer for this thing got released, I had no attention to it because, like, come on, I sure got like myself like a movie about male strippers, really. But then I saw it, and I'm like, that movie was much better than it had any intentions being. Like, it literally had no business being that good. And of course, Magic Mike XSL was probably as good, but I really still enjoyed the first film. Directed by Steven Soderbergh, really entertaining, very fun. Channing Tatum, Alex Pettyfer, Matthew McConaughey, some really great casts here. And of course, just like Ted, there is actually a Magic Mike TV show also coming to HBO. No, not TV show, and a third Magic Mike, but that's coming to HBO Max. I think there is like a TV show, like reality thing, but yeah. Anyway, although I will still say maybe one of the best, like instead of Magic Mike, one of the best male stripper movies to ever come out is obviously Full Monty. I guess you could say this is like the American Full Monty in a weird way, but still is really fun film. So anyway, now films turning 20, we of course got Mr. Deeds, which is an Adam Sandler remake that is pretty much based on the 1950s film Mr. D Goes to Washington, directed by Stephen Brill, starring Adam Sandler, Winona Ryder. I mean, this is not my favorite Adam Sandler movie or anything, but I really had a fun time. It is really entertaining. Maybe one of the few remakes that I even find should be a little better than the original. To be honest, yeah. The chemistry between Adam Sandler and Winona Ryder is really fun. You also had like John Turturro popping up, Steve Buscemi, uh, some other really like the one who plays the the one who plays like the lady from Two and a Half Men is also in this. I mean, I just had a fun time with this. So if you guys haven't really seen Mr. Deeds, give it a go. Really fun film here. And also turning 20, we of course got Hey Arnold the movie, which of course was a big screen adaptation of the TV show Hey Arnold. I mean, I really always quite like Hey Arnold. I thought it was a really fun show, and the movie version adaptation was pretty cool, really entertaining. I mean, even if you probably never even seen the show, I think you'll still appreciate it. I mean, of course, back in like the 2009s, it was always a habit for like Nickelodeon to release like film adaptations of their shows, whether it was the Wild Thornberries, Rugrats, and all. And of course, I mean, I'm of course was pretty much a 90s, early 2000s Nickelodeon guy, so there's that. But Hey On, the movie was a really fun one, so not a bad film there. Anyway, and of course, you had parts of Vienna, so one more cast for there. Anyway, let me let you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? Obviously, the 10-year one will always be Ted, and I'll say the 20 years one, maybe Mr. Deeds. That is probably the better one. I mean, I hate on it's cool, but can't go wrong with Mr. Deeds. Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Team Messiah.